Hello everyone and welcome to a interesting video. I am playing on the newest snapshot. This is the first time I've seen Minecraft Java edition up there, which is interesting. I think they've actually changed the horses again, so I'm gonna log back in. Oh yeah, these do look different. Their snouts are a little bit less blocky. Your neck is still a little long, but you're adorable. So what I want to talk today is about Minecon Earth. It's tomorrow, the live stream. I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit bummed that it's not a convention this year. It's I think an hour and a half live stream. I was invited to the actual taping of it, where it's going to be. It just didn't work out for me to go with everything that's going on with my mom and all the other projects that I have going on currently, one of which is my book, Wild Rescuers. But yeah, I will be watching though, for sure. And, oh, you know what? Someone told me that there is now a mule spawn egg. A mule spawn egg. Look at that. How the times have changed. This I'm happy about. Ooh, interesting. I can't give you a mule baby. And I wonder if that's a glitch or if that's to do with the fact that you don't get a mule baby from a mule, you get a mule baby from a donkey and a horse. Ooh, what if I click a donkey or a horse with the mule spawn egg? Okay. No, nothing's happening. Or a horse, no. But I can go mule crazy, which is just like, oh, there's some babies. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a random variant. Anyway, back to the topic of the video. Something new that they're doing this year is they are allowing the Minecraft community, I'm just gonna keep spawning mules this whole video, I feel like, to vote on a new mob. I have to say, I have a little bit of mixed feelings about this as well, because I feel like it's an interesting move, because most likely more people are going to be disappointed that the mob that they voted for didn't get added to the game than are going to be excited that they won. I mean, that could change maybe if like there's an overwhelming consensus, I suppose, but I'm hoping that there's more that they're adding to the game other than just this one new mob that people are voting for, because I don't know about you, but for me it was always kind of exciting to see what they came up with. And I remember being I think at Minecon London and walking by the main panel with Jens, and I walked by the room right when he was showing shulkers and the end cities for the first time in the world. And just to see the thousands of people that were in that room and like seeing what was being added to the game was really, really exciting. It was like a moment that I'll never forget. So I do hope that they add more than just this one new mob, but this one new mob should be pretty interesting. I'm gonna put up all the pictures of the new mobs that are up for grabs right now, and then I think I'm gonna go through them, and I wrote down some notes and talk about kind of what I think. It would be unfair for me to tell you what one I am voting for, and I actually don't even know yet what one I'm gonna vote for. But I figured we could like walk through them and I could kind of like give my opinions on them, and it might be fun. I don't know if all 4 of these mobs are Jeb's idea, or if it's various people from the Mojang team and they each got to submit one idea. I've got no clue. Now, last year, or I guess, when was it? When I was in Minecon in Anaheim, I did talk to Jeb backstage, and he told me something about a mob that I have kept a secret forever, and I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, but I do know that. And when I was up in Seattle a couple of weeks ago at the Minecraft offices, I did hear a few whispers about some stuff that might happen, that might be announced at Minecon, having to do with something that's already in the game. I don't know if it's a change or just an addition. I have no idea. So I'm gonna be watching just as eagerly as you are. But all week, Jens has been teasing these new mobs. So the first one is called the Monster of the Ocean Depths, and it's basically like, I think it's like a big squid. It's kind of what it looks like to me. We just have these black and white drawings. He said that it would have a tongue-like tentacle that would drag you down into the water, and that it might be fun because there's not a lot of content in the oceans. I don't know how I feel about this because I feel like he mentioned they would spawn in deep waters and in deep oceans, because it's a different biome. There's ocean and then there's deep ocean biomes. In deep ocean biomes is where the sea temples spawn, the ocean monuments with the guardians, and guardians attack you in the ocean. So I personally, I think I would have rather seen a passive mob in the ocean, but maybe, who knows, all 4 of these are hostile mobs, so maybe there is going to be a new passive mob announced. That's my hope. Now, what he didn't say, which I think would be really cool actually, is if the tongue that drags you down could drag you down if you are in a boat. That I think would make a lot of sense, because right now if you encounter a guardian in a boat, you can just swim away or boat away, but if he drags you down even if you're in a boat, then that would be really cool. But I don't know, this one doesn't really, to me, jump to the top of my list, just because I think the design of it looks a little bit like a really angry squid. And I don't know, I think the Guardians, they're not recent by any means, but for me, as long as I've been playing Minecraft, Guardians are fairly recent, and I just think Guardians are cool. So in my opinion, we have an underwater hostile mob. I don't know. Let me know what you think of the monster of the ocean depths. Okay, so the next one is called the monster of the night skies. And he said that this was basically like a manta ray that would spawn in the air. It's a flying mob, which we don't have any hostile flying mobs in the overworld. We have bats, who are kind of neutral. And we have, in the nether, there's tons of flying mobs. But I guess in the overworld, aside from parrots, which is a friendly mob, there is no hostile overworld mob that flies. So this would spawn at high altitudes, and it said that it would attack you, it would swoop down in groups. So I'm not really sure how big it is. Maybe it is comparable to like a manta ray in size. Oh, this was interesting about it. It said that it was attracted to insomnia, and it would target players who haven't slept for several days. I thought that was kind of interesting. Other than that, that's kind of all that, I'm sorry, Mule, that's all that we know about that one. And I feel like it would be, I don't know. This one I'm interested in. I think that its design looks a lot like something that would belong in Minecraft. It would really help to be able to see the colors. I hope that they show more colorful, I hope that they actually show them in a game when we're voting, because that would really, really help, I feel like, with this one, to know whether it just looks like an ocean animal in the sky, or if it looks like it would be something that would be really cool. I could just imagine like staring up at like a Savannah M biome at like the tippy top of a mountain and like seeing a bunch of them like circling. That would be really cool, I think, because currently right now you've got bats underground and you've got parrots in jungles. But yeah, I wonder if they're a nighttime mob or if they're just around during the day as well. Don't know. Time, set, day it. I want to test something. Does anyone know if you get hit by a shulker while you're riding a horse, does it levitate the horse, or in this instance, mule, and the player? Or will I be immune to it and it'll just kill my horse? Or will I be levitated off of my mule? We're gonna find out. Anyway, okay, the next one is called the Great Hunger. First impressions, this one is adorable. It kind of looks like a little blocky dinosaur. It says that it has an appetite for enchanting powers. I don't know if that means that it will strip your enchants from your tools. He also said something about it sinking into the ground and camouflaging itself, which I think could be really interesting. Again, this is where we need to know the color and the texture. I could see this being really cool, like if they were found in deserts and they had like a sandy texture on the top of their head, so that they just like nestled into the sand. That could be really cool, like if they spawned surrounding the desert temples. I think that would be amazing. Or like in the mesa, if it was like the red sand color. Oh, that would be cool. Make it a sand texture, then I'll vote for it. I think I like that idea, but I don't know again if how it camouflages itself. Maybe it's like my camouflage creeper mod that I have installed in Mystic Mesa, where whatever block it's on, it can take that. That would be really cool if it could do that, because then it's almost like a little chameleon. So it's definitely cute. It has that going for it. Hello, Mr. Shulker. Oh, you don't just do game mode S anymore? Game mode 1? Game mode survival is a command. Okay, it's game mode survival. Creeper! Why, Creeper? You are supposed to despawn. Get away from me. I don't even have a sword. I have an arrow. Okay, let me kill this guy. I like this guy in the sense that he has a use. Jens alluded to the fact that he might come in handy for adding or removing enchantments from your tools. So similar to how shulkers were added and they have, did I just hear a witch? I do hear a witch. So similarly to how shulkers were added and they have like a use for them, right? They drop a shulker shell, and the shulker shell can be transformed into a shulker box, and now that's like a way of having another like portable inventory in Minecraft. That's really, really good. I wish that all of these mobs had something like that, and I think this one's really close to that because it has some kind of weird enchanting use, which I think would add to the game. And that's ultimately what I think I look for when they're adding stuff. Is it just a mob, or does it somehow do something in the game? That one's I think maybe going at the top of my list. I feel like that's going to be a favorite with people just because of how it looks. Oh, it just hurt my mule. That's all it does? It's just going to kill my mule? I'm going to sacrifice this mule for science. I'm very sorry, mule. It's one more hit for you. Wow. Then I just kind of sat in my saddle. Okay, the last one is called the Hovering Inferno. It's in the Nether. It spawns in the Nether with a group of blazes. Not necessarily, I guess, in a nether fortress, just somewhere in the Nether. And it said that it had a shockwave attack that you would definitely need like flame protection in order to kill it. I don't know. To me, this one looks the most like it belongs in Minecraft, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, because maybe that just means that its design is somewhat repetitive. But at the same time, to me, it feels like it belongs. Like I could definitely see it being in Minecraft already. I feel like there's already so much in the Nether. We've got so many mobs that are in the Nether that are nowhere else in the game. Zombie pigments, wither skeletons, magma cubes, ghasts, blazes. So it seems like we don't need another Nether mob for sure. I mean, who am I to say we don't need it? Like, you know, it's all gonna be fun. It would be cool. I just don't know if I would vote for it compared to the other three. I feel like this is another instance where it would be helpful to know just a little bit more information, like, does it drop something? If it drops something that would just like help you so much in the game, like you obviously go to the Nether to kill blazes, to get blaze rods to be able to make a potion, to make a brewing stand. So if it dropped something related to brewing, I don't know what it would drop, but that would be interesting to know. So yeah, it's really a tough decision because for me, it's like that one looks the most like, oh yeah, I could see that belonging in Minecraft. That'd be really cool. But then at the same time, I almost want to vote for something that just looks totally weird and random, because that would be really cool too. So to summarize my position, I'm really hoping that we get a new passive mob, a new friendly mob. That's what I'm all about in Minecraft. You guys know me, horses, wolves, you know, pigs, the llamas, the parrots, the polar bears. That's what I love. As far as the 4 of these go, I'm really not sure what I'm leaning towards voting for. And I think that's okay. I don't want to put out what one I'm going to vote for because I think everyone should tune in and vote for the mob that they like the best. But yeah, let me know which one in the comments you are voting for and why. And if you do watch Minecon Earth tomorrow, I'll leave a link in the description below to find out like what time zone it is in where you live. I think you might see me though. I'm not going to be there, but I think I might pop up in the stream, which will be fun. Anyway, I'm going to go, but thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time, but until then, Paige and Molly love you. Go rescue a dog.